Let's take a look at how easy it is to create e-covers and graphics using eCoverPal AI. When you log into the dashboard, the first thing we're going to do is click on eCover Creator. From there, you can choose from many templates, or you can start with a blank canvas. We can search those templates by keyword, or we can narrow it down by category. I know a lot of people are into digital marketing these days, so let's click on the digital marketing category. And I'll select this template related to artificial intelligence. And before I even get into the AI features of this platform, I'll start by showing you how to quickly customize an e-cover using the most basic tools. So on this one, if you have a logo, you could put it here, otherwise we could just eliminate that logo. And let's say I have an ebook called Using AI to Generate Bitcoin. Just double click on the words, Using AI to Generate, and I'll go all caps on this, Bitcoin. Now we can change fonts, font size, colors, all kinds of things, or we can actually drag and drop to adjust the size right here on the canvas. So we'll make this text a little bigger. We've got all kinds of tools that we'll take a look at throughout this demonstration, but for now I'm going to click on Elements, scroll down to Cryptocurrency, and grab the Bitcoin symbol. I'll put it right here so this little robot guy is pointing at the Bitcoin symbol. And let's make it a lighter color. Perhaps a light yellow. That looks good. And last but not least, I think I need to put my name on there as the author, so let's click the text tool, add text by Eric Holmlund. Let's make that white. We'll make it smaller. And then we can move it around. Perhaps at the top, perhaps at the bottom. Down here at the bottom, it's kind of blending in with that robot, so maybe we'll give it an outline. We'll make the outline black, and we'll make the font a little bigger as well. We can also rotate that to make it fit in with the e-cover, and if we want to get real fancy, we'll skew it a little bit too. Once I've got that in place, it's as simple as clicking the download button, choosing what quality I want to download that image as, what type, such as JPEG or PNG, and since this e-cover has a transparent background, let's go with the PNG, and download it. Now if I open it on my computer, I've got a very nice custom e-cover with a transparent background. And that took what, a minute or two? Let's click New and take a look at another example. If we click the ebook cover tab, you'll find we have another big collection of flat e-cover templates. So this time for the category, let's go with yoga. As you'll see in a minute as I do a couple of more demonstrations, even if your topic doesn't fit these categories, you can use these templates for any topic or theme that you can think of. But as another quick example, let's go ahead and customize one of these. All right, so maybe I am a yoga instructor, and maybe my name is Carolyn, so I could change this to a title like something like Yoga Lifestyle by Carolyn. Now I just need to fix up this text. We'll reduce the line height, make the font smaller, perhaps center it, and I think we can actually go a little bigger than that. And then just kind of drag it into place. And maybe instead of this brown earthy sort of background here on this rectangle, I want to go with something a little more bright and cheery, like a bright pink. And we'll make sure that that's kind of centered. Maybe I want to make this image a little bigger to where the subject, this woman practicing yoga, is even bigger in the frame. I can just drag and drop, stretch it a little, and there we go. Once again, click Save or Download. This time let's save it as a JPEG. And I can open it up on my computer and see that that one was for sure less than a minute to create a very nice custom e-cover. Now let's take it a step further and look at how to use the AI tools to create something really special. Let's go back to the 3D e-cover templates. Suppose I want to create an e-cover for a book about gardening. I can search by keyword for garden, and there's nothing found. No templates that are pre-made for garden. Well, guess what? That's not a problem. Technically, I can use any template in this entire library. I like to find one that at least sort of fits the color or theme that I'm looking for. So I'm thinking vegan diet might fit a garden theme. See, it's got these nice sort of green colors. So we'll take a look at one of these templates. And the first thing I'm going to do is just click and remove the image of the salad. And I really don't need this logo either, but if you have one, of course, you can use your logo. To replace that image of the salad, I'm going to use our AI tool. So first I'm going to go to AI prompts, and you can see here where it says insert basic idea. You can keep it simple. My thought is a picture of a rooftop garden. So I'm just going to type the word rooftop garden and click generate, and it's going to give me a detailed prompt, which we'll use in the next step. In fact, it gives us 3 prompts that we can choose from. So if one of them doesn't turn out quite the way you like, you can try one of the others. Then we're going to click on the AI image generator and simply paste that prompt and click generate. And while this is cutting edge AI, of course, sometimes it may create something that you don't like. Well, it's just as simple as going back and either generating it again or going back and trying a different prompt. In this case, I see that it has created some really nice images that I think will work for what I'm thinking of. Just click on which image you want to use, and it'll insert it onto your canvas. From there, you can resize it. I'm going to rotate it a little to kind of fit the canvas, maybe skew it as well, and put it where I want it to be. Maybe I want to add a border. Perhaps I want to give it some rounded corners. Then I'm going to come down and give this book my title. Let's call it The Urban Garden Bible. Center that text, and let's make it bigger. Drag it into place. I'm going to rotate this one just a little bit as well. Let's try text shadow. It looks pretty good. Let's increase the blur of the shadow. And maybe offset it just a little more. Lastly, I'm going to skew it just a little also. When I'm happy with it, I'll go to Save or Download. And again, since this one has a transparent background, I'm going to save it as a PNG. And if we open that on my computer, you can see we have a beautiful custom e-cover with a brand new, never seen before graphic because we just created that with cutting edge AI. Let's try another one for a different type of book. Let's go back to New. Let's go to flat covers again this time. And I know that many people these days are creating children's books. We actually have some templates for children's books as an upgrade, but even without the upgrade, remember, you could create any kind of cover simply by modifying the existing templates. So I'm going to start by finding sort of just a very simple template. Over in the digital marketing category, I noticed one for search engine optimization. I'll go ahead and get rid of that image, and I don't need the logo either. And I've got an idea for a kid's book about an elephant. So I'm going to go over to the AI prompts, and my basic idea is just crazy elephant like Dr. Seuss. That's all I'm going to type, and I'm going to click generate to allow our tool to come up with some great prompts. And again, this is one of the strong points of this platform, is coming up with great prompts. Then we're going to click on the AI image generator. I'll paste in the very first prompt, and again, if I don't like it, I've got others to choose from, or I could even create new ones. Now these images are really good. I could use them just like this. Here's one that it came up with. Here's another. Either of these actually would work well. But I'm curious to see what else the AI might come up with. So one thing I could do is simply right-click on these little thumbnail images and save them. And when you do that, it's actually going to save the full-size image. So we could go back and use it if we wanted to. I'll save a couple of them. Now I'm going to go back to my AI prompts and grab the second result instead of the first one. Go back to the image generator, and I'll try that second prompt this time, because I've noticed that each prompt tends to come up with something a little bit different. And indeed, you can see that the color scheme of these ones is different, and it has these colorful, ornate ears on the elephant this time. And I could go back and do the same thing with the third prompt and see if it gives us some different results once again. For the sake of this example, I'll go ahead and just use this image here. We can make it any size, and then I'll call this book The Colorful Elephant King. So we'll say the colorful, and for that, let's change the color of the text to something more colorful. Perhaps change the font as well. Make it a little bigger. Elephant King. We'll make that a little bigger too. And while we're at it, let's make that rectangle bigger. And let's make that rectangle a different color.